Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video. Man, oh man, I'm excited to show you guys this video because I have spent just about a week working on this, and obviously here it is. So I'm going to be discussing about the average hit rate of the ray guns, the damage output that they all give, and what their reserve is. So in each game I did 10 hits before working out the average. So it's not that in-depth, but I got a pretty good idea of what it is. So starting off with World at War, I'm going to go through all of the hits with you. The first time I got the ray gun, I got it in 18 box hits. Second time was in 21. The third time was in 20. The fourth time was in 10 hits. The fifth time was coincidentally in 5 hits. The sixth time was in 31 hits. The seventh time was in 41 hits. The 8th time was in 23 hits, the 9th time was in 16, and the 10th was in 17 hits. Now this averages about 40 hits, which is about 38,950. As for the damage and ammo, the Unpack Punch ray gun damage does 1,000 direct impact damage, and the splash damage is 1,200 to 1,500. Now your magazine size will be 20 shots, with your max ammo reserve being 160. And moving on to the Pack Punch ray gun, direct impact damage is the same as the Unpack Punch, which is 1,000, and the splash damage is 1,700 to 2,000 damage. The magazine size is 40 shots, and the max ammo reserve is 200. Now moving on to Black Ops 1. So the first time that I got the ray gun was in 21 hits. Second time was in 34. The third time was in 1 hit. The fourth time was in 24 hits. The fifth time was in 2 hits. The sixth time was in 17, 7th in 18, 8th in 12 hits, 9 in 7 hits, and the 10th in 38 hits. Now this averages about to 34 box hits, which is about 32,300 points before you will get the ray gun. And the damage output and the magazine, along with the reserve ammo, is both the same with the Unpack Punch and the Pack Punch ray gun as World at War. Alright, now let's move on to Call of Duty Zombies. So I'm gonna admit it, I didn't actually do really any testing. It was just so difficult to play on mobile like this. But I did hit the box 5 times and got the ray gun on the 5th hit. So I'm going to say that it is the same odds as Black Ops 1 with the same damage and everything. There's not really much point of going on any further. So now let's move on to Black Ops 2. So the first time I hit the box for the ray gun, I got it in the first hit. The second time was in 9 hits. The third time was in 2 hits. The fourth time was in 13 hits. The fifth time was in 9 hits. The sixth time was in 21. The seventh in 22. 8 in 55. 9 in 15. And 10th in 12 hits, and that averages about the same as Black Ops 1, which is 32 hits, which will average about to 30,400 points before you get the ray gun. And the damage and ammo is exactly the same as Black Ops 1 and World at War. So moving on to Black Ops 3. The first time I hit for the ray gun, I got it in 13 hits. Second time was in 5. The third time was in 37. The fourth time was in 9. The fifth time was in 4. The sixth time was in 21. The seventh time was in 36. The 8th time in 15. The 9th time in 9. And the 10th time in 3. And around the same as Black Ops 1 and 2, this averages out to 30 hits, which will be about 28,500 points before you get the ray gun. And the damage and ammo is the same as World at War, Black Ops 1 and 2. Now moving on to Black Ops 4. The first time I hit the box for the ray gun, I got it in 37 hits. Second time is 17. The third time in 54. The fourth time in an astounding 81 hits. The fifth time in 22. The sixth time is 63 hits. Seventh time in 33. The 8th time in 38. The 9th time in 3 hits. and the 10th time in 35 hits. And all of this averages about 77 hits, or about 70,153 points before you get the Raygun, which is absolutely insane. And the damage output and the ammo is the same as World of War, Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and now on to Call of Duty Mobile. Now sadly, I'm gonna keep this brief as Call of Duty Mobile Zombies is no longer in the game. They actually removed the mode from the mobile app, though I do have some gameplay from a video that I made back in 2019 of the Raygun, so I can't actually test how much damage it dealt and how lucky you had to be in order to get it out of the box. So we're just going to assume it's about the same average rates as Black Ops 1 through 3. Now on to Cold War. By the way, before I go into the box hits for Cold War, there was an update in the middle while I was doing this, and they actually changed the look of the Raygun. So originally Pack-a-Punch, the Raygun looked like this, a normal Raygun with just the barrel color changed. But now the new Raygun, oh, it looks so much better. They actually added the full Pack-a-Punch camo onto the Raygun. Oh, it looks so wunderschön. But anyways, enough gawking over the new look of the Raygun. Let's go ahead and get into the hits. I actually have two different things for Cold War. So I did 5 box hits for hitting the box non-stop as soon as I got points to hit the box. And the second time was when I tried hitting the box on a higher round, like 35 and up, because there is this new system in Cold War that allows you to get higher rarity weapons the higher round you are. The first attempt of me getting the Raygun when I didn't wait for a high round was 33 hits. The second time was, oh my god, agonizing 209 hits, which I'll say is 198,550 points in that game alone. The third time was 78 hits, the fourth time was 42 hits, and the fifth time was 21 hits, which averaged about 77 hits as well as Black Ops 4. And now comes the high round box hits, aka 35 and up. The first box hit was 56 hits in order to get the Raygun. The second time was 3. The third time was 19. The fourth time was 33. And the fifth time was 43 hits. And that averages about 31 hits or 29,450 points, which is around the same as Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now moving on to the damage and ammo. So if you didn't already know, Cold War has 3 different Pack-a-Punch levels. So for this, I'm going to be focusing on the Unpack-a-Punch and the fully 3-tiered Pack-a-Punch, as I don't think there's really any need to talk about the first and second Pack-a-Punch. So the Unpack-a-Punch Raygun in Cold War does 3,000 damage on direct impact and about 1,500 to 2,000 damage for splash damage. And the ammo for it is 20 bullets in the clip and 200 bullets in reserve. And for the triple Pack-a-Punch Raygun, the direct impact damage is 8,000 and the splash damage is 12,000 to 15,000. Which in fact, this Raygun is technically the very first actually really good Raygun in the Black Ops series. And for the ammo, there is 40 bullets in the clip and 240 bullets in reserve. And that is going to do it for today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed and found any use in this information. I just thought it was a good idea, especially since in Cold War lots of people, and I included, have been complaining about how rare the Raygun actually is, when in reality it's gonna be extremely rare if you hit for them in any earlier rounds than round 35. So the takeaway from this in Cold War is just don't even go for the Raygun until you are up in the higher rounds, like 35 and up, or else you will not be getting the Raygun anytime soon. So anyways, I really do hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this and learned anything about this, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below that this was actually helpful and useful. And if it was, and want to see more of this in the future or live streams, because I do live stream every single day, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you miss when I do go live or upload videos in the future. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!